Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. Today's discussion is very important, something which was in the news in the past few days. It's about IMT, Hyundai's IMT. What is IMT? IMT stands for Intelligent Manual Transmission. But first things first guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel and let's get going straight away. But don't forget to follow me
on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates.
So where did this IMT come from? Well, you know, Hyundai Kia is going absolutely bonkers by giving us different automatic options. Of course, they have AMTs. Okay, Kia doesn't have AMT, but Hyundai has it in the Santro. They have CVT, they have torque converter, they have DCT as well, and now they've come up with IMT. Please make it very clear to yourself, IMT in Toyota Fortuner and IMT in Hyundai Kia cars is absolutely different and has nothing to do with each other. Because the one in Toyota cars has a clutch. That IMT, basically what Toyota wants to say is, it will rev match for you by increasing the revs for downshifts and all, reduce the jerk and all that stuff. So it has nothing to do with what Hyundai Kia are offering. Both are very different technologies. So let's throw the Fortuner out of the window. That was a heavy car. Anyway, so Hyundai is going to be offering us another gearbox option, which is clutchless manual. How does this work? What is different here? Is this an AMT? No, it has nothing to do with the AMT, but you know an AMT transmission, how it works. It's like a manual transmission, but it has an actuator and software which governs the gearbox, the gear shifts and the clutch. So there is a device inside which is doing all this and more for you. It's like called, in my terms, I call it the Jugadu automatic. But this clutchless is something similar. Only thing is it doesn't govern the gear shifts. It makes do with clutch actuation. So you don't have to use the clutch. There's no clutch. It's two pedals and you have a gear lever and you can shift gears as you like. You have complete manual control of gears. Why does this make sense? Well, it's like neither an automatic, neither a manual. It's like right in between. And where is it helpful? So shifting gears isn't that tough a job for most people. The clutch is, because then your left leg takes a toss completely when you're driving the car. Now with this IMT clutchless manual transmission, you can finally rest your left leg and you can change gears. You can manually take control of things. You can shift as you wish, as you like. No gear shifts are going to happen on their own. You have to do it. It's like a proper manual gearbox. Okay, the gear lever is also very similar to one which you see in proper manual transmission cars. So as you see, the difference is very, very less. What's the advantage of it? I mean, why not just offer an automatic or an AMT? Firstly, it obviously gives you manual control of things. Cost benefits. I think the cost wouldn't be much more than a manual transmission, which makes it extremely attractive and of course more fun. So that's why Hyundai is offering it in the turbo variant, which means that you can have your fun and you can actually have your convenience as well. Best of freaking both the worlds. So many transmission options, but let's quickly dive into what are the automatic options which are available. Now in the world, there are mainly 4 types of automatic transmissions. So the most basic of them is AMT, which is automated manual transmission. As it sounds, as the name sounds, automated manual transmission. They've automated the transmission to, remove the manualness, and then obviously it becomes an automatic sort of. Many people confuse now, because there's so much AMT which is happening. Many people confuse AMT and AT. Many people, mail me asking me, can I buy a Toyota Fortuner AMT? And I'm like, it doesn't have an AMT. So people have this in their mind that AMT manje automatic. No, automatic. AMT is a type of an automatic. It's one of the worst automatic gearbox options because there is a lot of jerkiness in shifts, obviously, and it's not polished at all. It's just a gearbox you would opt for just because for the convenience and for the cheapness rather. It's not very expensive. Then obviously the traditional automatic transmission happens to be the torque converter, which of course can be used in all sorts of application. You can use it in a low powerful car to a very high powerful car as well. No worries at all. And then the best, of course, is the DCT, dual clutch transmission. There are 2 clutches, one for odd gears, one for even gears. So that, whenever you are driving a car in a particular gear, the other gear is already pre-selected, which means that the shifts are super quick and super fast. But now torque converter gearboxes have become so advanced and so good that, the shift lag is gone. They become super quick. In fact, I estimate within the next 10 years, there will be no cars with a manual transmission. And already in the US, like 5% cars have manual transmission. Everyone is driving automatics. The Americans are lazy. You shouldn't be saying that on the 4th of July, Faisal, because today is the Independence Day. Anyways, moving on. The 4th type of automatic transmission obviously happens to be CVT. One of the worst gearbox options according to me because there's a lot of rubber band effect. The advantage is it's fuel efficient. So the torque converter is a least efficient sort of an automatic transmission, and CVT is one of the most efficient sort of automatic transmission option. Now you can't put a CVT in every car as such. okay, because rubber band effect and all. And there is a band, it's a pulley. That's why we call it the rubber band effect. Of course, there's a limitation to it. You can't put a CVT in an Espresso. You can't put an AMT in a Civic. So that just won't work. That's why we have so many multiple options of gearboxes. Now, the advantage with AMT is also that fuel efficiency is similar to a manual, similar with CVT also. In fact, some cases they are more efficient as well, even DCT. So torque converter gearbox is the one which saps the most fuel and is the least efficient of all transmission options. Light keeps coming and going, and what is happening here? But it's usually the Japanese which end up using CVT because it's reliable, it's efficient, it's easy, and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, the Germans obviously love to use a dual clutch transmission, and the Koreans, well, they love to use all sorts of transmission. And the topic of this video, of course, the IMT, Intelligent Manual Transmission. Basically, there is no clutch, there are two pedals, and you have a proper gear lever like in a manual car, and you shift gears as you wish and as you like. Do you have to lift off from the accelerator while shifting gears? No, you don't have to, but it's advisable you do so. And it's so simple, it's so easy. I mean, I have actually driven a few cars with such technology. I think Hyundai Kia cars when I had gone somewhere abroad that time. I didn't post about it. It was long back, even before I started vlogging. It was so convenient. It was so easy. It was so much fun as well. It was a different experience altogether because your left foot is relaxed and you're shifting gears. It's just something else. You know why? Tell you the biggest advantage of having a proper gear lever and not having paddle shifters, because paddle shifters kind of becomes a sequential gearbox, which means that if you want to come from 7th to 3rd gear, right now I'm in the Creta Turbo, so I'm obviously talking about a 7-speed DCT gearbox. If I want to come from 7th to 3rd, if I bang open the throttle, the car will downshift and come to 3rd automatically. But if I want to go through the gears, I have to, like, if I want to manually do it, I can't just be like, okay, no, I want 3rd. No, I have to go through 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, like that. Okay, that's obviously a lot of time gone in all those things. Meanwhile, some cars in sports mode for the gearbox would immediately downshift, when you pull the paddles. That's also a very cool thing. However, with an IMT, all you do is you directly downshift into the gear you like. Yeah, simply just downshift into the gear you like. You want to be in 2nd from 5th, no problem. It's just so much fun. You can hold on to the revs and you can stay there.
It wheel spins to glory.
Now, I'm not really sure how well this transmission is going to work in the Indian market, because a lot of people will be like, why don't I buy a proper manual or buy a proper automatic? Why am I being in between? Like, dhobi ka kutta na ghar ka na ghat ka, like that. So that becomes a sort of a problem with this transmission. I think it's going to appeal to the enthusiasts who also drive a lot in the city, and they're like, okay, I want to give my left leg a rest. Honestly, for me, I would pick up a proper stick shift, because there's something about holding revs with the clutch and then dumping the clutch and spinning the wheels like crazy. Now, this might be sounding new in India, this whole clutchless manual gearbox, but it's been there abroad since quite a few years, and the major trend now is shifting towards automatic transmission. In fact, Ferrari, Lambo, BMW, all these car makers used to offer a manual earlier, and now all of them are just offering an automatic transmission because automatics have become so important. Rather, automatics have become so advanced. They don't sap so much power anymore. They don't sap so much economy anymore. So we were like, okay, fine, I have to pay a premium. Actually, there's no option of paying a premium, because the economies of scale have become such that an automatic transmission car, it doesn't really cost much more than a manual. But most of these cars are not having a manual option only. Yeah, honestly, abroad you don't get a manual option. So now I want to understand that, what do you guys think about Hyundai Kia's IMT, Intelligent Manual Transmission? Do you think this is something which is going to work in the Indian market? Are you going to opt for a clutchless manual? Basically, you have control, you have the stick with you. Oh, that didn't sound right. Maybe we should cut that out in it. Okay, so you have the gear lever in your hand and you can decide to shift however and whenever you want without having to press the clutch, because the car does that for you. Rather than, doing the shifts, it's letting you do the shifts, it's managing the clutch, which kind of is something actually quite brilliant. But honestly, it's not something anybody asked for, yet they're giving plenty of gearbox options. Yeah, Hyundai Kia is gone absolutely bonkers. Let's talk about the Creta. It has a CVT, which they call the IVT. It has a DCT, which is kind of a DSG. It has a torque converter, which is the regular transmission. And obviously it doesn't have an AMT, but AMT is there in the Santro. You name everything, every gearbox option they're offering, which is absolutely mind-bogglingly baffling. Petrol automatic, turbo petrol DCT, diesel auto, diesel manual, petrol CVT. I mean, the options are just unlimited. Buyers are getting so pampered by the Koreans. It's absolutely baffling. And on that pampering, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.